Greetings, dear listeners. Before I begin, support this channel by subscribing, liking this video, and letting us know in the comments where you're listening from. Your presence means more than you think. Now, let me take you into a life that almost ended with a signature. My daughter, Cassandra, sees the world in numbers, profits and loss, assets and liabilities, even people, even blood, categorized into columns. She was born brilliant. I'll never take that from her. Awards, scholarships, a corner office by 35. Her eyes glow when she looks at spreadsheets, not when she looks at me. She calls once a week, not to ask how I feel, but to ask if the house still has equity. She visits once a month, not out of love, but to check if I still remember my PIN. She hugs like a banker, calculating what she can extract without damaging the merchandise. One morning, the phone rang. A nurse from my clinic. Gentle voice, nervous pauses. "Ma'am, we need to discuss your scan results." I asked if something was wrong. She hesitated, then said it. There was a mass, small but suspicious. My hands went cold. Before I could think, another voice cut in. Cassandra, standing in my doorway, Bluetooth in her ear, briefcase in hand. "I'll handle this. Please email every document to me directly." The call ended before I could breathe. She walked over, smiled, tucked my hair behind my ear like a child. "No need to panic, Mom. Just sign a few papers so I can take charge of your care." Her tone was gentle. Too gentle. The kind bankers use before foreclosure. She laid the papers on the dining table. Stack after stack. The weight of a mountain disguised as thin sheets. Durable power of attorney. Financial guardianship. Healthcare proxy. All pre-filled. All in her name. She gave me a pen. A very expensive one. "You don't need to read. It's standard," she said. My fingers trembled as I held the pen. She watched me closely, like a hawk watches a mouse holding cheese. I didn't sign. Not that day. Something inside me, a whisper, told me to wait. When Cassandra left for work, I went to fix breakfast. The refrigerator hummed like a tired old man. I opened it. Empty shelves. A single wrinkled apple rolling on plastic. I checked the pantry. Cans gone. Flour gone. Even the sugar jar cleaned out. My daughter had organized my kitchen last week. Now I understood what that meant. Hunger is not loud at first. It is a quiet thief. It steals dignity spoon by spoon. I leaned against the counter, breath shallow. Was she preparing me to be dependent? Was weakness the leverage she wanted? That afternoon, Mrs. Devereaux from next door knocked. She was carrying a casserole dish. "I made too much," she said, but her eyes told a different story. She had heard my stomach growling through the wall. When she saw my trembling hands, she placed her palms over mine. "You need someone in your corner. Have you spoken to a lawyer?" I laughed, a dry, cracked laugh. "A lawyer? For what?" She met my eyes. "For protection from your own child." The words dropped like stones into silence. I felt shame burn my cheeks, but under it, something else stirred. Recognition. I waited until Cassandra was showering that night. Her phone lit up on the counter. Email notifications, subject lines like knives. Memory care facility, pricing options. Vacancy in assisted living, quick moving possible. And one more. Mother diagnosed, plan approved, proceeding? My heart slammed against my ribs. Approved? By whom? I scrolled. There it was. A forged letter with my shaky signature attached to a medical document where the diagnosis read, severe cognitive decline, stage 3 dementia. My tears dried instantly, boiled away by rage. I wasn't losing my memory, I was losing my autonomy, by design. I stood in the bathroom doorway, staring at her. She was applying lipstick in a hurry, always late, always perfect. "Cassandra," I whispered. She didn't turn. "You're planning to put me away." She sighed as if I were a messy report needing correction. "It's for your own good. You can't live independently forever." "I'm not sick." She capped the lipstick. Only then did her eyes meet mine through the mirror. "Not yet," she said. The calm in her voice was colder than diagnosis. When she left for a business trip, I made a call. The antique dealer came the same day. Alistair Sterling, thoughtful eyes, respectful hands. He appraised everything Cassandra adored: the mahogany desk, the silver flatware, the vintage jewelry she always borrowed, the Persian rug she called family investment. All mine, fully paid for by a life of stitching clothes for rich women. I sold it all, not cheaply, not desperately, strategically. He counted the money slowly, respectfully. "You are a remarkable woman," he said. For the first time in years, I believed it. Cassandra returned Sunday evening. Her heels clicked like gunshots in the hallway. "Mom," she called, opening the bedroom door. Bare floorboards, blank walls, empty drawers. Everything gone. She ran to the living room. Where is everything?" I was sitting calmly at the kitchen table, eating soup rich with vegetables and dignity. "I liquidated my assets," I said. She rounded on me, eyes feral. "You can't! That's my—" She caught herself. Too late. "Your what?" I asked softly. She opened and closed her fists like jaws. "You're not thinking clearly. We need those items for your long-term care." "No," I said, placing a folder on the table. "You needed them for your short-term profit." She shook her head, laughing in disbelief. "You have no idea what you've done." "Oh, I do," I replied. I slid a document toward her. A notarized letter revoking every legal draft she prepared. Another letter. I had hired a financial advisor. He would manage my affairs now. She paled. She lunged for the folder, but I placed my hand firmly over it. "You tried to erase me with a signature," I said. "Instead, I erased your leverage." Her voice cracked into a scream. "I was trying to help you." "No, Cassandra," I whispered. "You were disposing of me while I was still alive." Silence. Thick as betrayal. She stared at me, but for the first time in years, she saw me. Not as a liability, as a wall she could not move. "You'll regret this," she said coldly. "Possibly," I answered, "but I will regret obedience far more." She grabbed her bag, her keys, her pride, stormed out like a hostile takeover gone wrong. The door slammed and stayed slammed. Days passed. Not lonely, not quiet, peaceful. I filled my kitchen with fresh food, bought new books instead of shelves to dust, took morning walks with Mrs. Devereaux, learned to make coffee the way I actually liked it. Freedom is strange at first. It tastes like guilt until you acquire the taste. One afternoon, I got a call. "We've received confusing paperwork from your daughter. Is everything all right?" "Yes," I said. "Everything is finally right." And I meant it. Dear listeners, this story is not against children. It is against ownership disguised as love, against the belief that parents exist only to provide and then disappear. A human being does not expire just because they retire. No one should be managed like a portfolio. I chose myself before my signature could erase me. Now I ask you, when does sacrifice stop being love and start being surrender? Write your thoughts in the comments. Someone who needs courage might read your words. If this story touched you, please like the video and subscribe. Your support helps more voices rise, with love and respect for every life that refuses to be signed away.